right, drag the correct answer to the box. Complete the equation to create a continuous function. That means the function is never, you're never going to pick up your pencil. That means there's never going to be any asymptote. So, what do we do here? Well, this is a very interesting problem, actually. Now, the easy thing you could do, again, cheat, go to Desmos, do x squared divided by, plug that in, see, does it give you a continuous graph or not? Plug each one in and see. That would be the easy way. But again, let's use our brain. Obviously, if I put this in, you can see negative 13 is not going to be allowed, nor is 15. So there's going to be on the graph, there's going to be an asymptote here at 15, and there's going to be one here at negative 13. So that's not going to work. Okay. So we can see clearly you can't have negative 13, 15. It's not going to be continuous at those spots. So I know he's out. This guy, let's think about him in a minute. X, if I put X in there, well, X can't be a zero. Technically, they would divide and just be the graph of X, straight line, but it would be undefined at zero. X couldn't be a zero here because you can't have a zero in the denominator. So I know he's out. So it's between these two. Well, here's what I'm seeing. If I put this in the bottom, this guy, let's do this guy. If I put him in the bottom, X plus 2 squared plus 13, when does he equal zero? You're going to find out he doesn't. So let's see. I subtract 13. I subtract 13. X plus 2 squared equals negative 13. I got to get rid of the squaring, so I take the square root. When you take the square root of a negative number, it becomes imaginary. There's no real number solutions here. That means that guy's going right here. That's the solution to this problem. Now, what about this guy over here? Okay. Now, this one is pretty dirty of him, to be frank with you. If you do x squared minus 2x minus 4, and you're like, hey, when does that guy equal 0? Because maybe he doesn't also. Well, he doesn't factor, right? There's nothing that multiplies together to give us negative 4, yet has a difference of 2, so that's not going to work. So we got to go to the quadratic formula with a being 1, b being negative 2, c being negative 4, and 4ac being 4 times 1 times negative 4, negative 16. So remember, b squared minus square root of b, quadratic formula. Opposite of b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Don't know where I was going there. Here we are. Opposite of b. Opposite of negative 2, 2. Again, we don't care about that. Where I was really going is this discriminant piece, because that's all we care about. Notice what happens with this b squared. So b squared, so we have 2 plus or minus b squared. Negative 2 times negative 2 is 4 minus negative 16. That changes plus. It's a 20 inside there. That discriminant is a positive value. That tells us there's two solutions. So there's going to be two things there. That means he's out. Now, if it had been a negative in there, hey, he would have worked. He would have been a continuous function, but he's not. So our solution here is the quantity x plus 2 squared plus 13.